This video demonstrates the basics for how to configure GeoSync GO Plus for offline use. The goal is to take the map that we see on the screen, the project on the screen, and be able to deploy that without having an internet in a disconnected environment. In addition to the layers that we see on the screen, we also would like to be able to have an offline aerial. If we look at our tile sets, we've already gone through and cached a tile set of aerials for this particular area, or at least a portion of the area. And these are already stored on our local machine, ready for disconnected use. So I don't have to worry about the cached tile sets; they're already there. But I want to go through the process to take these layers offline, or some of these layers offline. To do that, I go back to my account into snapshots, and the process is to create an offline snapshot for each of the sources that we want to have available in a disconnected environment. At this point, we have water lines and water valve, and I'd like to also have my fire hydrants and water pumps available for offline use. We need to go ahead and create a new offline snapshot for my fire hydrants. Format is a geo package. Offline snapshot needs to be checked. And then the source, we need to pick the correct source. That's for my hydrant, and save. And then we're going to create another source for our pump station. Water pumps, geo package, water pump, and then mark that as an offline snapshot and save. At this point, we have created our snapshots for these 4 layers. If there's more layers that I want offline or sources offline, then I would need to go ahead and create those snapshots as well. Notice the water pump says it's still processing. We may need to click on that just to refresh. We can click on snapshots and that'll refresh the list. If changes have been made to any of these layers since the last offline configuration I did, I would want to come back and run these individually for any of the layers that have had changes in place. Once the snapshots are created, then I need to sync this data to my local machine for offline use. Go back to my project, and this is a pretty simple process. I'll go under my project because I need to sync the project. There's an option that says sync project. Click that. And that immediately syncs a file that configures all of the map for me. And then I need to go to my layers list and then sync layers. And this is going to sync any layer that has a snapshot available for offline use. Once I've done that, I can check this pretty quickly just to make sure that that the map has been configured properly by setting GeoSync GO Plus into offline mode. That simulates having no connection, and we can see that our layers are available because we're no longer drawing those live. We're now using those from the offline layers. I could add to that my tile set, my cache tile set, and we see in our offline map we actually have aerials plus the layers available. I'm going to put myself back online. Now, if I close GeoSync GO Plus, and then we're going to reopen that. First of all, I'm going to set my computer into airplane mode to simulate where I do not have any kind of internet connection. We'll open GeoSync GO Plus. And at this point, I can't sign in because I do not have an internet connection, but we have an option here called offline mode. Open offline mode, and it recognizes that there's an offline configuration for this particular user. I can open that up, and now I'm working offline, and I can turn on my cache tile set. At this point, I have the map saved for offline use with a background aerial.